Hey guys, so today's video it's actually in our courtyard in our little studio apartment. So this is where we are. It's a little, uh, heaven out here, to be honest. Oh, this is the fireplace. I need to get more gas, but it's definitely, I love this little courtyard that we have. And so today was my second day working at a library, and it was actually really, really good. I went to another library, small library, and it was neat. They didn't have rooms available, but they had uh, they told me I can just work in their lobby, and it was really nice, really, really awesome. I was able to get my stuff printed, and then picked up Danny from school, went to the post office, and got the stuff out to the court. So that's really great. And I had a potential client. She got referred to me, sent me a message on WhatsApp, and so I sent her the link for to get a quote, and then she responded back asking me if, would it be cheaper if I just do the paperwork and then she brings it to court. And I said no. I said, we do the whole thing. You can save money by going to somebody else that can do that, what you want them to do. But I don't want to be the cheapest. I want to be the best one. I want to be the company that does the whole thing without my clients having to go to court. And here's the one thing I've learned in all these years of being an entrepreneur. It's that no matter what, there's always a right client for you. And if you have once you have your business in such a way that is systemized, and you have systems in place, and this happens and this triggers this and this triggers that and this triggers that, you don't want to go outside of what you do and how you do things just to please one person. I used to be the person that would say, oh yeah, I can do this document, I can do that document, I can no, this is what I do, and this is my process. And sometimes I have clients that want to pay me full in upfront. I totally hate doing that. Sometimes I accept it if I know them and I know that they're going to go through with it, because so many times they'll come back and say, oh, I want a refund because I decided not to go through with you or whatever. No ma'am. That costs money. It's an issue. It's paperwork on taxes. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on with that. So I truly don't like taking full payment up front. I take the deposit. That triggers the documents to be prepared. Once I get both signatures back, that triggers me sending the final invoice. If I go outside of that, it screws up my system, and it screws up how I have everything organized with me and my assistant. And a lot of times as business owners, especially in the beginning, we end up just pleasing everybody. You can't please everybody. Don't even try. It's not worth it. You're going to have the client that is right for you every single time. And if it's not the right client for you, let them go. Don't try to convince them to do business with you. A lot of times people say, oh, how much is this? I'm like, listen, I'm not the cheapest. I tell them straight up, I am not the cheapest. I am the person that will do it from A to Z, and will be responsible. Will pick up the phone and will check, and will be in communication with you. That's who I am. I am not the cheapest. That's not what you get when you go with the cheapest. And so whatever you do in life, whatever, if you're a business owner or if you're planning to do a business, anything that you put your energy into, whatever that is, make sure that it's, number one, true to yourself and true to your goals. Another thing that I've had a lot of business opportunities come to me all the time. But here's the thing. So there's a few things that I make these opportunities go through in order to know if it's the right thing for me. And it's always about knowing how I want to live my lifestyle. Okay? Like, I have a lot of friends that do multi-level marketing, MLM, no shade. But MLM requires that you are in touch with people all the time and out there putting content all the time. And and basically talking about nonstop about your product and talking about recruiting and recruiting people. And if that's not your cup of tea, why even go there? And I know it's not mine, so why am I even going to go there? You know, I don't mind mentoring a few people, but I'm not going to basically depend, my income depends on somebody else doing their job. No ma'am, no sir, I'm not doing it. And also another thing about MLMs, and not to go on a tangent, I'll make another video about this, about my philosophy is, if you're going to sell a product, make sure that you can do it on bulk. Okay? If you're going to sell lipsticks, make sure that you get a discount when you buy 12, 24, whatever amounts. Okay? Make sure of that. Make sure that you take into consideration that there's going to be some of that product that you're not going to be able to move. You know, so when you're buying from an MLM, you don't get bulk discounts. Make that make sense. So you sell 10 necklaces or 10 bracelets or 10 lipsticks, and you still make the same amount of money that you made out of the first one, out of the 10th one. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make business sense. But anyway, so another thing that I take into consideration when I'm looking at an opportunity is, can I set up systems in place to make my work less eventually? Okay, so, or is this something that I'm gonna have to sell every single time, all the time? Or am I going to have to keep pitching people for something? So I mean, I have a business that I've had, you know, people known me for this for 10 years. So this business that I work on most of my time, it's not necessarily, it doesn't meet all my criteria where I want to do the work once and then get paid repeatedly for it. It doesn't meet that criteria, but by being the best at what we do get a lot of referrals from almost all our clients. Can tell you some people that I never heard from before, like after, and then 5 years later, either they come back because they need to get divorced again, it happens, or they know someone that needs my service. So when you have that, you know, situation, when you have that, people will recommend you and they'll remember you. And you know, and I am getting better at sending newsletters. Didn't send anything for Christmas. I'm horrible. I am gonna get better though. This is my 2023 intention. It's to be more communicating with my clients, doing, like, I did a lot of strides within the last 2 years. I mean, a lot of strides. I have an assistant that, God bless her, you know, she's amazing, and she communicates with the clients step by step. That we're still, you know, growing, and but I mean, it's just, and she does all the typing. Like, I do a lot of delegation to her, and she's just amazing on the ball. And as I'm building or in the plans of building another business, I'm using some of the strategies that I worked with her on this other business. As soon as I get a VA to work on that, right now it's just me. But one of the things that I look at, can I teach someone else to do this? You know, is this possible for someone else to do some of the stuff that I involved with right now? I just cannot teach anybody because it just takes a lot to do it. Like, a lot of the stuff that you just learn because time. It's just time. It takes years to get where I am. But it's just been an incredible journey to understand, like, okay, if am I gonna do this every month, am I gonna have to look for people? Am I going to be hustling all the time? Am I gonna get paid for what I did this work? Am I gonna get paid again? Or can I systemize some of this? And that's what I did with my divorce business. I systemized a lot of it. A lot of it, it's delegated to someone else, or it's automated. The quote system is automated. The follow-up system with the quote system is automated. The website, it's on SEO. I don't spend a dime on marketing. And then my assistant handles most of the stuff. The stuff that I'm doing now is because she really cannot do them because she's not here. She's in the Philippines. So the mailing really is what I do now, mailing and follow up with the hard things, you know, and the customer service. I don't let nobody else pick up my phone. I used to have an answering service, which I recommend. They're amazing, but I know that I lost a lot of clients because some people want the answer right away. They don't want to give me they don't want to give the email, So now that my phone rings, I pick it up, I give them what we do. I let them know, hey, you want a quote? I can send you a quote by email, the same, so they have it in writing. And also they get the follow-up email sequence, which I think pushes a lot of people over doing business with me. And so to me, that's important to do. But it's been good. I mean, so one of my goals this year of 2023 is have more fun, definitely do this daily vlogs. It kind of helps me put everything away, and it actually letting me sleep better now that I have kind of an outlet to put out there kind of what I did or what I'm planning to do, or I like it. I really like it. I mean, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care if anybody's watching. It's nice if somebody does, but it's all right. It's making me feel better to do these vlogs. I do hope that it helps someone. I've been homeless. I just got rid of everything, and I'm starting over on a tiny home. But I am so happy, so gracious, and the best thing I did was that, just bring it down back to basics and start over with a more solid foundation, and actually just live on a cash basis, no longer mortgages, no longer exorbitant rents, no longer, the one thing I have is my car payment, but really that's what takes us back and forth. I can't, scheme on that, but just I have a lot more money in the bank, than I used to, and I don't have the stress I used to. I'll be honest with you, just a few months ago, I had to go to the pantry to eat. And for a businesswoman and a woman like me, it's a hard thing to admit, but I did. I went to the pantry, to the local food pantries, and I got food for our family. Things were tough. It was really tough. And now when I look at my bank account, I'm like, okay. And I have no impulse to buy. Don't get me wrong. I go to a place and I'm like, oh wow, look at that lipstick, or look at this and that, and I'm like, wait a minute, how many do I have? I have 4 or 5 lipsticks. Do I use them? No. Same thing with high heels. I love high heels. Do I use them? No, I'm not buying it. I'm getting better at it. Like, am I gonna use this? When am I gonna use this? I see something fancy. How many fancy of that do I have? I have a few. Okay, why do I need it when I barely use it? And it's funny because now I'm starting also to dress differently. Like, I wear a nice top and shorts. I mean, shorts, and I'm comfy, and this is Tampa anyways, hot all the time, and that with some shoes, what are they like? They're like Vans look-alike, Adidas, whatever. Those, they look alike, they're not even real, and that's it. Like, nice and comfy, and but I do have a nice blouse versus just a t-shirt, and I don't know. I'm finding myself just having more fun. I mean, I'm working until I pick up Daniela, and then after that, I did some errands with her. Went out to eat. I'm trying to spend time with each child individually. Yesterday, I went with Dania to this place that they do smoothies and fried donuts and churros, and played some mancala, and then whipped her butt on Connect 4 and had a great time. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do every day, spending a little bit of time with each of them, just one-on-one, and it's just connecting. And as I'm finding solutions for Anna as well, this is my next priority, finding her a proper educational environment for her. with her ADHD and try to investigate if she does have an intellectual disability. Finally, I got the right wording today, and I'm getting resources from a case manager from Cristales. So hopefully we can. This has been a pain. Her having getting the diagnosis has meant crap to the school system. I mean, she's getting lost. 30-something kids, she's just lost. She's failing, and she's been going through this since kindergarten. And now that I stripped myself of the hustle and bustle, work until 6-7 p.m. every day. Now I have more bandwidth, more time to research proper, and get her brain studied more, and and hopefully able to find out what else is there, because I know just ADHD, there's some personality things there going on, but there's also, I think, a learning disability somewhere hidden in there. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it until we find out if she does or she doesn't. All right, this is it for today. I love you, and I thank you so much for watching. You don't know what it means, when I see someone unwashed it, subscribe so that you know what else is going on. I'm planning to keep this going. This vlogs is really helping me to give me some clarity as well as I'm talking, and I hope to come back to this and one day and say, wow, you've come a long way, lady. All right, God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.